In this video, we are at 60 Diesels, where we ended up talking about cars way too much. So it is one of the raffle cars. This is Ronnie the Renault 4. I've bought tickets for this one. I think it's absolutely adorable. We are now in a Norwegian Toyota Hilux, because that's what you do.
That's what you drive?
Yeah, we're off to the other unit.
Shed 2.
Which I did see at the end of one of your recent videos.
Yes, yeah.
Because my friend Mick was there.
Mick, Mechanic Garage, he's a good lad. Yes, he sent me this email, said, where do you go? And it was given to me by a subscriber. So he said, can I buy it? And I was like, no, you can't buy it, you can have it. Because that seems fair.
Aww.
So we swapped it for a packet of chocolate HubNotes.
Brilliant.
And he's continuing on, so no, he's definitely worth a look and a follow, bless him. He tries very hard, and he does have some interesting vehicles.
He does. Mick has the Skoda Estelle that we've driven twice. Once when it was bone stock, and once when it had a K-Series engine in the back. And he's made it faster since.
And he's got a Wartburg Night now as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got a Wartburg. Well, he's got a later water-cooled one.
Oh, right, with the Polo-y type.
Yeah, which has been to up and down on his dyno. Oh. So, yeah, interesting vehicles. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to having a good Explorer up here.
Yes, there is all sorts of random stuff up here. Woohoo! It got that bad, we had to get another shed to put it in.
I apologise for the bounciness. It's bouncy.
It's bouncy.
It's bouncy.
Suspension was not really an option.
No. Also, it's quite weird because I'm on this side of the car.
No pedals, no steering wheel. No control.
We've arrived. Maybe I'll edit out this bit. Oh. Here comes the magic though. Oh, this is like Aladdin's cave. Oh. So that one's rusted a bit, and that one rusted not so much.
That one's about the good. That's the best one.
Yeah.
That's on the button. That one is. It's only here just to keep it out of the rain. There was actually space in it because the Yugo left, and we took the Peugeot out.
Indeed.
It's semi-full.
Yeah.
So there is a whole top quality selection of all sorts of tat in here.
Yeah. A Talbot Horizon, and it's not a diesel one.
No, it's the Simca engined automatic one.
Oh.
Silver Lake rescued.
Oh wow.
It was
Blum, that's some localised rock.
Yes, it was £150 that turned into 350.
We know about those. Yeah.
It runs.
Mm-hmm.
I think the worst thing, they picked it up with the forklift and snapped the torsion bar.
Oh.
That gave me, but Angel Motors, this lovely fella, if you ever need Talbot bits.
Right.
So I think the wing's fallen off. I've got that. It runs.
Yeah.
It drives. I was going to do one of those giveaways for your merchandising site thing with it.
Oh.
I must get to it. But at the moment, the starter motor has fell apart, and I haven't managed to find one quite yet.
Try that with more Almike action. There we go. So yeah, that's that.
That's that. So that's a Daihatsu F50 2.5 diesel. Mm-hmm. Van one, quite rare. Little bit rusty.
But by Daihatsu standards.
By Daihatsu standards, the fact that most of it is here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you leant in, put the battery on, turn the key, it will go. We drove it here.
Wow.
It's on the list, but it's just sort of loitering in the dry out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Autobianchi Bianina.
It's Autobianchi Panoramica, yes.
Yeah, we've driven the van version incredibly.
Yes, I've met the man. He's a lovely, lovely fella. He gave me a load of bits that I couldn't find. He met me at the Festival of the Unexceptional last year.
Stepside Coachworks down in Pembrokeshire. Yeah,
really cracking guy. Gave me an airbox I couldn't find, a bit of front panel. I mean, literally, I wouldn't take any money. I was, and he cracking fella. And he's like, wish I got hold of you before. And I was like, yeah, I paid. It cost me nearly 600 quid to get the missing back engine panel out of Italy in here.
My gosh.
He's got 5.
Wow.
But so no, that's it's like all these project things. It's got a floor in it now.
Yeah.
That's welded in. It runs.
Posh.
It's got brakes. It is just getting. It needs the front inner wheel arches remade.
Oh yeah. I see the ground.
Yes. Yeah. But the whole floor we had to make because they're longer than a Fiat 500.
Ah, of course they are Fiat 500 based.
Yes, but they actually in the factory they cut the floor pans in half and put 5 inches in the middle. Because we cut the original one out and went, hang on a minute, they're identical, but they're just longer.
Yeah.
So we copied it and made it. That's in, all the suspension and the brakes are done. I have everything, just not the time.
Brilliant. It'll get there.
It'll get there. There is a
Super Sank.
Yes, yeah, early one. C.
Oh yeah.
It was a bush. It was an eBay purchase. Literally, the photograph was a bush.
Yeah, it still seems to have some bits of bush in it.
Well, it had lots of, but to be honest, it has survived. It's not rotten. It's got a little bit on the corners. Same again.
What's the spec on this one?
It is, I think, a 1.4. It's manual. Do you know what? I sort of bought it, got it going, put it here, and haven't really taken that much notice of it. I don't think it's definitely not a posh model.
No, it looks a bit povo.
It is definitely poverty pack, and it's that poverty pack. It hasn't got any rear seats because they're missing, but it has got a sunroof.
Yeah, like cons.
So that's on the list. But there's a limit to how many daily drivers. But it is MOT and tax exempt, so because she's 85.
I do like those. I'm going to come around that way to look at the 404 pickup.
Greta, as she's been named by everyone.
Yeah.
Greta was the fella had it. I think he brought it in 1997 from France. Drove it back.
Wow.
When he ran a kitchen company, ran it for many years, and it popped up on eBay a few years ago. It was a set of piss poor pictures. It didn't go, and it was £1,000. And I thought it's going to make 3 times that. Put £1,000 bid on it, and it didn't. It is quite rusty.
Deeply lovely cars.
Yeah, the floor on the driver's side is bad, and the back tub is bad. But I got new sides for the back. The only thing with it is the original, like 1500 diesel, 4-speed. Oh, I mean, getting it going, it had no compression because he bought a replacement engine for it from a company in Holland that is basically brand new, but had been brand new on a pallet for 30 years. So the rings were stuck and it breathes. It's not very healthy, and it is dreadfully slow, and the gear linkage falls off all the time.
Exciting.
Yeah, I've got sort of a plan. And then the rest of it is the standard Mercedes Sprinter.
Sprinters variously.
Yeah, the nastiest Sprinter I've ever bought.
Oh, okay. I was just thinking it's actually got front arches.
It's got front arch. Yeah, no, it's not bad. It was a wildlife ambulance.
Oh, okay.
One owner from New. I mean, it is a 295 cylinder, but they liked the rats.
Oh.
And it was the Wiltshire Wild. You knew you were in trouble when you first met them, and the rats were running up and down the bird feeders by the door of the office.
Oh, nice.
And that thing was the most disgusting thing. If it wasn't 75 quid, I wouldn't have bothered. This was packed.
Oh.
And it was and the cab, I mean...
it's still airing now.
I mean, we dealt with it in a very us way. We had to... I remember opening the door and this big brown rat ran round the seats and up behind the dash, and I've never smelt anything like it. Luckily enough, they didn't get into the back, but they ate the dashboard, the wiring, the steering wheel. This was just a rat's nest. You couldn't see to the point we hooked it to a recovery truck, dragged it round a field backwards with the doors open until everything hopped out of it. Loaded it, and then basically it was sperm suits and steam cleaners. We steam cleaned everything, electric, seats, dash, and then threw it away. But it runs and drives. It's the van on our little 6D thing, but it was never intentional. It is the same colour. I've just never got to finishing it. That's an ex-Metropolitan Police riot bus, because everyone needs one of those.
Yeah.
We did the screen panel last year. It needs coat of paint. It was just basically, it needed to come out the way. Because same again, it's my personal, so it's a 416 automatic. It's actually in the middle of the London Parliament Square riots. There were about 5 of them. This one didn't get badly beat up. Its sister did. And then there's another one in the middle of it that a subscriber of mine has got as a camper. They're
Brilliant.
all sort of successional registration numbers.
One day they can be reunited.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they are. Well, we know where all of them are. There was only one that didn't make it, got really badly vandalised. But they were like 250, 300,000 quid to build. So it's got an armoured windshield that is in the back of it. The tyre suppressant system, which still works, putting it out. Armoured fuel tank. There's loads of random drop locks on all the doors. All the windows plastic. Apart from the windscreen. The windscreen's that thick.
Blimey.
Because they were designed. And I found the drop shield because you needed that. Yeah, I managed to find one in a shed in Somerset somewhere.
As you do. Yeah.
Yes, because we're missing that, and I thought, to be honest, we might as well have a mock-up riot van for a laugh.
Yeah. Wow.
Should we have a look in the one next door?
Oh, okay. I don't think I've seen in that one.
Oh, no, we've got another one.
Oh, here we go.
The world's rustiest Peugeot 504 pickup truck.
Oh, yes, I think I saw some recent content.
It's only here just to stop it from... It's not fixable at all.
No.
But I need a load of bits of it for that one.
Oh my gosh.
And you won't see another one of those. I think that is probably the only surviving Glendale.
Wow.
But early, because you test
Yeah, we
drove
drove an
orange
early one with the circular headlamps.
Yeah, which was petrol.
Yeah.
Which that is petrol. It's got the same engine. It's about, I think his is Y roads, that's A, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow. The economy must be.
Do you know
appalling.
what? It's not bad. I drove it all the way back from Devon. So I think it's a 2 litre petrol. It's got quite bad piston slap. But randomly enough, all the bits on this one that are rubbish, it's made to be. Oh, good on this.
Yeah.
So we've got carpets, floors, which are missing out of that. The front is gone through on this one, whereas it hasn't on that one.
Well, it's been skillfully and carefully repaired. What
Oh, yeah, I mean, that, to be honest, it looks quite fast.
That's colour matching gaffer tape.
Gaffer tape.
Yeah.
And I mean, the lady that had it loved it. It's called Glinda. That's her name, not mine.
Oh.
So it's there. I mean, it's MOT exempt. It's actually taxed.
You know, I'm going to have to bring Miss Hubnut to come and see this at some point.
Yeah, well, I was considering, because it's actually road legal, of maybe Rustervilling it.
Oh my gosh. That would be spectacular.
We made it the 2 hours back from Devon. I mean, the piston slap is stealable with. And I mean, it's on the button now. If you put the battery on, it will fire straight up.
Wow.
So my plan is to take the mechanicals out of this one, because this is a 2.5 litre diesel, with and put it in this one and try and get rid of the transit wing mirrors, which I don't like.
No, they're not.
They're not
all
really
that seamlessly blended on.
No. And it wants a little bit of bodywork love, more for dents, and there's a little bit of damage on the inside in there.
Wow.
But apart from the fact my wife absolutely hates it, it's fine.
Well, there we are.
Yeah, she was
And
not.
then I've noticed more Daihatsu action.
Yeah, so
now I was going to say Sport Track.
It is Sport Track.
It is Sport Track.
It is, but it's the Japanese imported version.
Hence the chromey grille.
Hence the chromey grille. It's done very, very little miles. It's been sat an awfully long time. I can't remember what the Ferrezzo, I think, aren't they?
Feroza. Yeah. So Daihatsu confirmed.
Yeah, and it's got that in the back, but it runs and drives. The fuel tank is out of it because basically
sweet little things.
The worst bit is that in there installed, but that's fine. We can make that.
Yeah, we just went look at that.
But it's proper. Someone loved it. Proper old boy. Scrapyard rescue again. I mean, it's got this sort of clipping big wooden thing in the back for all of his gear attaching into.
Blimey.
I mean, the back seats are missing, but he'd made this whole sort of varnished.
Yeah.
And I mean, it had panic alarms on the dashboard and one of those steering wheel knobs. And
for those who don't know, this is like the smaller sibling of the 4-track.
Yes.
1.6 petrol engine, I think.
Yeah, this isn't even pre-injection. This is carburetted. This one.
Gosh.
But it runs. And I mean, to be honest, I don't think it'll take that much bringing round, but it's better. It's not very good at keeping water out at current, so it up here seemed the safest, but it's got to be getting on for the oldest one surviving. I would have thought.
I don't know. Did we even get them that early? Because that's F plate. What's that? 87?
87, 88, isn't it?
Yeah.
So no, he's definitely JDM import, which is probably the reason that most of it's still here.
Yeah.
Then there's a fleet of Mercedeses and a Triumph that isn't mine.
Oh, okay. A left-hand drive Mercedes.
We do have a bit of a left-hand drive Mercedes thing. Yeah. They're better left-hand drive.
Okay.
Mercedes
like
designed
2CVs then.
Yeah, they designed them left-hand drive and then made them right. So Italian market only 250 turbo diesel. They only made a 250 turbo diesel for the Italian market. So 602 with a turbo, and then this was French originally, is a 300 turbo diesel 4MATIC 4-wheel drive with every option via leather, because you wouldn't want leather in the south of France because you'd get very burnt arse.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm noticing some wiper trauma over here.
Yes.
It seems to have gone to the extended position and
I think that was, we drove that up here and it was raining, and I think that was all I could find. But that one's structurally really good, but we got paint problems. This one is structurally really good, but as you can see, we have paint issues, and it's mine.
Mild lacquer issue.
Mild lacquer. All the structural is done. I've got everything for it. The problem is time. It runs and drives. I mean, it's got one hell of a... I mean, it's a 6-cylinder 603 turbo diesel with 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Every conceivable, even there's an Ebba splasher or heater or night heater on everything. I mean, even to a Becker stacker system that is just very much early 90s.
Yeah. Well, we do like an S124.
Yes. So we've got quite a couple, but they sit here and we'll get there one day.
Yeah,
One day.
there's quite a lot of we'll get there one day, but I kind of know what that feels like.
Yeah, and I mean, my view is at the end of the day, I'm useless with money in banks. If it's sat here, it's dry, it's not deteriorating, then...
Yeah. Marvellous. Well, thanks for showing us around.
Yeah. I mean, there is stuff, we've got stuff stashed everywhere, but that's probably the main, the big and the ugly.